Are you guys ready for the biggest Zelda game of all time? Because it's just a few days away and damn. I've been super binging the third trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, and one thing I've really been thinking about is the focus on Link's allies. How they're each carrying tears and how it seems they'll be helping Link throughout his journey. Which led me to another Tears of the Kingdom theory. So if you haven't already, don't forget to slash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any cool Zelda content. And if you want to further support the channel and get cool perks, check out the link in the description, or you could just leave a super thanks, which will be featured in future videos. Anyway, let's dive right into this theory. So I got a hunch that one of the central objectives in Tears of the Kingdom are gonna be, the Tears of the Kingdom. I know, it might be reaching, but I got a good feeling about this one. So we can see in the trailer that some of the new champions and other characters seem to be carrying some of the Tears of the Kingdom, which honestly opens a lot more questions than it gives answers. Is Link collecting the Tears of the Kingdom? Is it like Ocarina of Time where different races and clans already have them and we have to help them complete a task to get them? Or are they meant for certain champions or individuals of superior skill and can only be wielded one at a time and are best suited for that person? This I'm not quite sure of. One curious thing is Ganondorf definitely has one of the tears, so there's that. But I think the fact that the newest Tears of the Kingdom trailer seemed to really point out Link's allies helping him and fighting alongside him suggests that the game will have a stronger emphasis on teamwork and collaboration between characters. This could be an exciting development for the Zelda franchise, as it opens up new possibilities for gameplay mechanics and storytelling. You might be able to engage in cooperative battles against several enemies that may require a specific tactic to defeat them. Or having your companion gives you a variety of fun and more optimal ways to beat certain opponents. Additionally, this emphasis on allies could lead to deeper character development and more meaningful relationships between characters. And I'm totally down for a more immersive and emotionally impactful Zelda experience. In fact, the last trailer kinda has me counting on it. I hope I'm not setting myself up for disappointment. Nah, I have faith in Nintendo. So, as we know, the Zelda game's traditional dungeons are filled with puzzles, traps, and enemies. In Tears of the Kingdom, however, I believe the dungeons will be a little different, being as this will be a new take on dungeons in an open world game. So what if each tier will be carried or used by one of Link's companions, and it's up to the player to figure out how to use their unique abilities to progress through the dungeon? For example, one dungeon might feature a tier that is carried by Sidon, who can perform certain abilities that have to do with water that Link can't. Another dungeon might have a tier carried by, Yunobo, or a Goron companion, since he seems to be missing so far, who can roll into a ball and smash through walls, or have boulder puzzles that require brute strength or heavy weight, something of that sort. Or possibly the unique abilities that each tier features will only be able to be optimally used by its designed champion holder. Maybe each of Link's allies has unique skills that make them suited to collect a certain tier. For example, having a Sheikah companion with exceptional technology may be able to hack into technologically advanced zonai mechanisms that lock the entrance, or stealthily retrieve a tier located in a heavily guarded facility. I don't see any Sheikah allies, but you never know. Or a companion like Sidon may be necessary to collect a tier submerged in water. Though I'm hoping Nintendo's been hiding the fact that Link has the ability to swim underwater this time around. Or maybe it's possible that Link's allies each need to wield the tier to unlock something like the Triforce, or restore the Master Sword, or open a time portal so they can get Zelda in the past, or the Unbroken Master Sword. So on each adventure, to get a tier, you have a companion. Companion characters are no stranger to Zelda games, but this would be a very unique take on the companion character concept. And being as it's an open world game, maybe it's possible to bring certain companions to the area that doesn't quite match their qualifications. Like bring Sidon to the desert dungeon and have a completely different experience on how the dungeon or dungeon-like area is completed. I know dungeons aren't confirmed, but they're in it. And I think the dungeons may actually be themed after the champions or race they represent. But there's definitely evidence that you'll be questing with companions in certain areas. For example, the Cyclone. Now, I don't know how the hell Sidon or Yunobu would help here. I'm sure Nintendo can think of some groundbreaking, innovative ways around this, or maybe there's just some limitations in some areas, and possibly some advantages. And man, that trailer, especially towards the end, when you hear Link's companions telling him he's not alone, and you see him battling with them, and then there's that shot of all of them running towards, I don't know, something with their respective tiers. Who are they fighting? Ganondorf? I don't know, but I think being as Nintendo always delivers quality, especially with the Zelda series, and this is one of the most highly anticipated Zelda games ever. Sorry, you couldn't help myself. It was right there. There's going to be some really cool, unique, and groundbreaking concepts that mix some of the old-fashioned elements of the Zelda series with a whole lot of novel ideas that don't hinder the open-world experience, but only enhance its quality. I think Tears of the Kingdom has the potential to be one of the best Zelda games yet, with unique gameplay mechanics, creative dungeon design and concepts, a distinct take on Link's new allies with a more dark narrative, and being as it's Zelda, we'll probably even get a few fun, silly moments along the way, and hopefully some awesome side quests too. After all, who doesn't appreciate a good side quest that involves collecting 900 Kuko feathers? So what do you guys think? Will Link be accompanied by one of his allies in each dungeon or adventure for a tier? Do you think there will be a variety of different ways to have your companion help? Let me know your take in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any cool Zelda content, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video.